Alright, we got this doofus Quiggold coming to the game. He's supposed to be a pirate tank. I've already done the developer's insights where we learned that apparently he was in the Force Awakens. Don't remember this at all. He was hanging out with Finn briefly while they were escaping an attack on Maz Kanata's castle or whatever. I don't know, maybe that's in a book or something. I do not remember that from the movie at all, but sure. Anyways, this little guy supposedly has a big gun, even though he's about the size of a cat. So, of course, a brick is going to look huge compared to him. But, I don't know. I guess just leave CG to be a bunch of idiots like they always are. Anyways, this is that mother effing kit reveal. So, let's just get into it. Alright, so starting off, we got the basic, which is the deck sweeper. So, he just goes and fires a couple shots off. He can't kill the probe droid, but he can kill the fake 3PO. Or B1, whatever he's a fake version of. Maybe a combo. Anyways, final attacks. Deal physical damage to all enemies, then inflict defense down for 1 turn. Steal any taunt from all enemies and resets its duration. What? There's some kind of typo there because that doesn't make full sense. If no taunt was stolen, and if Quiggold had 2 or more stacks of profit, he consumes 2 of them and taunts for 1 turn. Well, he is a tank. He should be taunting. Special 1, Buccaneer, cooldown 4. Just again, blasting all those mother effers and not killing the probe droid, but killing the fake 3PO B1. B1 3PO. B1 PO. Final text. Steal any foresight and tenacity up from all enemies. Grant them to all pirate allies and reset their duration. Deal physical damage to all enemies, then inflict tenacity down and blind for 1 turn on all enemies. This attack cannot be evaded. If Quiggold had 5 or more stacks of profit, consume 5 of them, and inflict 1 stack of damage over time for 2 turns, and remove 50% turn meter from the target enemy, which can't be resisted. This stack of damage over time and turn meter removal is doubled if the target enemy is a Sith. If no buffs are stolen, all pirate allies gain defense up and protection up 50% for 2 turns. Them and their weird Sith stuff. Why are pirates going after Sith? It doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, you're talking about how he was in the Force Awakens? During the days of Force Awakens, there was no Sith. It was the First Order. Their most Sithiest type character was Kylo, and he's not a Sith. He's just a dark side Force user who's very confused and keeps having pulls to the light. Like, he's basically a dark Jedi, if anything. So I don't know why they have all kinds of synergy against Sith, but okay. Anyways, unique 1. Wow, so this guy only has 2 moves. He has his basic and he has Buccaneer, and then he has uniques. Wow, alright. Unique 1, first mate, Zeta. Final text. Final text again. At the start of battle, Quiggold taunts for 2 turns and gains 10% defense, max health, and max protection for each pirate ally. So I guess he'd gain 40% because you should be with the full team. If the ally in the leader slot is a non-galactic legend, light side pirate support, that is very specific. First off, is that the Captain Athano? Is he a support as well? Second off, what's the point of having GL Hondo coming if you're not even going to use him in the leader slot because you need to get these boosts? Like, what? But anyways, this taunt can't be dispelled or prevented, and Quiggold gains double those stat increases. Whenever Quiggold's health drops below 50%, he gains defense up and protection up 50% for 2 turns. Whenever Quiggold resists a debuff, he gains 1 stack of profit, max once per turn. Whenever Quiggold taunts, he gains 1 stack of bulwark, max 5 stacks, for every stack of profit for 2 turns. Quiggold is immune to stun if he has 5 or more stacks of profit. Well, that's good to know, because it keeps talking about profit in his moves and how he'll consume them to get bonuses, but that's cool. If he has 5 or more stacks, then he can't get stunned. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's something that's really, like, associated with Siths and stuns. I mean, I'd think more of like shock and stagger rather than stun, but hey, it's still good that you can't get stunned. Unique 2, Prayer Necklace. It's a Zeta and it has an Omicron. So the Zeta part, the normal part, is final text. At the end of each of his turns, if Quiggold is taunting, he gains 1 stack of Retaliate, max 5 stacks, for every 2 stacks of profit for 1 turn, which can't be copied. If the ally in the leader slot is a non-galactic legend pirate, excluding himself, and Athano is an active ally, the first time Quiggold is defeated, consume all stacks of profit on him, and all pirate allies recover 50% max health and max protection, and they gain damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Now, the Omicron part. So what was this regular part? I was only half reading it. I mean, I was reading it, but I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about other things. If the first time that he's defeated with all these weird, specific things. You can't have a GL in the leader slot. A Thano has to be an active ally. Then you consume all stacks of profit, and all allies recover 50% max health and max protection, and they gain damage immunity. Okay. It's very weirdly application specific to get that, though. So, like, what otherwise? All it is at the end of each of his turns, if he's taunting, he gains 1 stack of retaliate for every 2 stacks of profit. So, like, basically, this unique almost does nothing. I mean, if you have a GL in the leader slot, this whole second half is null. Starting with if the ally, all that's null now. If you have a GL in the leader slot. Or even if a Thano's not an active ally, all that becomes null. And then if Quiggold's not taunting, then you don't gain the stack of retaliate and all that. So this does absolutely nothing. That's kind of a terrible ability. What's the Omicron do? This is for territory battles. So it's the second best. You know, you want it in GA, then territory battles, and territory war. Territory war is trash to have a GL. I mean, Omicron in. So, but anyways, this one, Quiggold starts the battle with 5 stacks of profit and gains 250% defense and 50% tenacity. While Quiggold is active, and if at the start of battle there is no galactic legend ally, there we go again, those weird caveats. And all other allies are pirates. Enemies defeated by pirate allies can't be revived, and all pirate allies have 50% max health and max protection. They can't be critically hit, and they take 30% reduced damage. No space. The first time any pirate ally loses 50% of their health, they dispel all the buffs on themselves and gain damage immunity for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. This can only occur once per battle for each pirate ally. Okay, there's a lot of synergy in here to not have a GL in the leader slot, which just seems weird, because isn't the whole point at the end to have GL Hondo? So, like, why the F are they being so anti-GL Hondo synergy? The only thing I can think of is GL Hondo not going to have a leader ability? So is that why they have so much anti-GL leader synergy? Because he's just going to be better as a support? That doesn't make sense, though, because so far every single GL has had a leader ability, so why would Hondo not? I don't know. It's very weird. Unless they're just saying this because obviously a GL just makes the team better as a whole, so if you're using a GL, then you don't need extra bonuses on top of that. But if you're not using a GL, then you can get these bonuses to help make your team better. I don't know. It's very weird. Anyways, comments. Oh, is there none? Oh, there we go. Balin event. Yeah, okay. It's irrelevant towards this, and irrelevant towards me, because I don't have any of those characters worked on. I too enjoyed the iconic moment of Revenge of the Sith during Order 66 with Commando Apple tells Bail Organa, I'm sorry, sir, but it's time for you to leave. And then Quiggold emerges from the Jedi Temple, striking down a few 501st Legion clone troopers before falling, allowing Bail to escape and learn the gravity of the situation, and later help Yoda and Obi-Wan. Who is that CG really expect the players to pay for something no one knows about? Boring kit, boring animation, boring Ami, boring look. I mean, the kit is very underwhelming, I would say. Like I said, one of his uniques can essentially be completely null. If he's not taunting and you have a GL in the leader slot, or you don't have a Thano on the team, then that's completely null. His other 2 moves, he only has 2 moves? Like, what is he, a character that came out in 2015 when they had small kits like this? Like, no era battle for pirates. I don't know who's complaining about that. It's probably a good thing. Where are the pirate era battles? Should have 2 of them this week, as well as JV battles. Junior varsity? What are you talking about? Why is everybody complaining about pirate battles? I don't care. Needed for GL Hondo, I'm assuming, at Relic 5, 08, Relic 3, 08, Relic 9. I don't get it. Did CG keep changing the requirement, or was this person just making a joke? I don't get it. It does tell us, though, Relic 5, up in the FAQ. I don't really know why you would put this comment. So, what relic do I need him at? Love the pirates. Are you serious? I'm very excited to get Quiggold. I really look. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm gonna free to play all these guys unless Kix is cool. How do you know about Kix coming in? What? Also, when's Balin? Either add him permanently or get it moving on him. I've had his requirements done for a few months now. Looks good. I'm enjoying all the pirate faction, but before I invest heavily in another pirate, could we get some clarity on the pirate era battle? I already took the Thano to Relic 9 only to find there was no pirate era battle this week despite the schedule released previously. Please clarify. What? This mother effer wasted money on getting the Thano up to Relic 9 already? I thought like a week ago the whole entire community was like, F pirates, they're not anything important in Star Wars. Now you get dickheads like this guy who's like, yeah, I took him to Relic 9 already. Seriously? That's not going to discourage CG from doing dumb stuff like this if you take it to Relic 9. Oh, anyways, there's some random ass Quiggold. He's the tank for the pirates. He's very small. He's very, I don't know, mid-sounding with moves that are hit or miss. But yeah, kit reveal. Cool. Anyways, thanks for checking this out, and until next time, see ya.